Here is a grain of rice. Here it is next to a grain of sand. Here it is next to a watermelon. Here's a brown one. Here's a white one. Here's breakfast rice, lunch rice, dinner rice. Here's phone rice, art rice, wedding rice. Here's how rice grows, in water. That's because a lot of weeds can't grow in water. Here are how many types of rice there are. Here's the most important food staple in the world. Rice. Rice has been farmed for 10,000 years. Rice has been around for 14 million years. Hey kid, what does rice taste like?
Rice tastes like...
The United States grows 18 billion pounds of rice a year. Here are the states that grow a lot of rice. Here's Braggadocio, Missouri. Here is the McCaskill family farm. Here is Steve McCaskill. Here is a grain of rice on Steve's thumb.
You can grow almost any crop in southeast Missouri. In fact, we used to grow cotton here, but an F4 tornado came through our area and destroyed everything we had.
Sad. Here's Steve's grandson. Here is a grain bin that holds 72,000 bushels of rice.
A bushel of rice is 45 pounds, so that's
3,240,000 pounds of rice in the grain bin. Here is rice getting hauled.
The sheller doesn't cut or bust the rice, it just rubs the husk off.
Here is rice being sorted.
Brown and white rice are the same rice, one just has the bran left on it.
Here is rice in an expensive machine.
It uses cameras and air jets that are looking for reject material.
Here is a lot of rice. Here is 50 pounds of rice. Here's 50 pounds of rice in a bag. Steve supplies organic and transitional rice to 56 Chipotle restaurants.
80 bags to each restaurant every month.
Here is rice cooked at Chipotle, tossed with citrus juice, cilantro, and salt. Here is rice. Here it is. Rice.